Hey guys, it's Miss Smith, and today I'm going to be going over the platform known as Jupiter Ed, Jupiter, Juno, whatever new name it is. So just Jupiter Ed in general, using the platform for your class. Okay? So here we go. So first, what I want to do is I just want to type in jupitered.com, and it'll take me, and once I get to the website, it'll take me here. So I'm going to go ahead as a student, ID, login, and boom, I'm there. Okay. So a couple of things. If your teacher is using Jupiter, and hence why you're watching this video, using Jupiter to have basically your assignments and all that stuff turned in and looking at your work, etc., always, first thing you want to do, it takes you immediately to the messages. What you want to do is make sure if you have any messages from your teacher, is to read those messages, okay? So that way you are up to date on the assignments or agenda or what's going on for the class, etc., okay? So make sure you read your messages from your teachers, okay? Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about, okay, we're using Jupiter to do our assignments. So how do we find said assignments? So there are 3 places where you can find your assignments. The first one is to click in the left-hand section over here. You're going to click grades. And so this demonstration is based off of the summer school session. Again, it doesn't really matter if I was in term 1, etc., and so forth. Okay, so just make sure whatever class basically make sure whatever class you're using Jupiter for, and you need to find those assignments, that you're in the right term and you're also in the right class. Okay, so first way to find it is clicking grades, and it'll take you to all the assignments that have been uploaded by the teacher, by your teacher, and that's one way to find it. The second way to find it is, let's say I'm back at messages again. The second way to find it is click assignment, and, oh, excuse me, not assignment. Let's say I'm in messages. The second way to find it is to click to do, and I'm going to go ahead and click my class open, and it'll take me back to the same page for grades. The third and final way to find your assignments, again, let's say I'm in messages, and let's say, I'm back at messages. The third way to find it is to click calendar. And let's say I want to have it open for the whole month. So these are all, so again, this is just a view of the summer school session. Let's look at a different term. Okay, all the assignments here. Notice how all these assignments were due were due Sunday. Okay, again, depending on when your teacher is having those assignments due, those obviously really important to check the due dates as well. So you could look at the calendar and see how much days or time you have to turn those assignments in. Okay, so 3 places: grades, to do, or calendar. Okay. All right. Now let's say, okay, here are my assignments. Okay, so how do I open it? All you're going to do is you're going to go onto that assignment and you're going to click it. Okay? Once you click the assignment, make sure you read the directions. Okay? Read the directions from your teacher. Okay? So for this assignment, it says click on biology credit recovery form. Again, this was for summer school, but we're just still using this for the demonstration. Okay. And then click done. Okay. So notice if I clear, it'll take me to the link. It'll take me to the thing that I need to do. And when I'm done with it, I just click done. And then I can go back to grades and work on the next assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and click this assignment. Okay. And so again, what am I going to do? I'm going to go to the directions. Click on the link of the assignment. Go to File, then click Make a Copy. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and then turn in by using Google Drive. All right. So I'm going to go ahead, click that open, and start working on my assignment. Notice, however, I don't have access to this assignment. So again, if your teacher is using Google Documents within Jupyter to have you do assignments, you need to make sure you make your own copy. So again, I'm going to go to File up here in the left corner. I'm going to go to File. I'm going to click Make a Copy. And I'm going to make sure I change it to my name. Click OK. And now I can go ahead and write in the assignment. Okay, I can go ahead and do that. All right. Please make sure you move the assignment to the appropriate folders. Again, prior to watching this video, you should have already watched the organizing your Google Drive folders. Again, highly recommend watching that before you finish watching this as far as like the assignments. So, and again, this is if your teacher is already using Google applications within Jupyter. Okay. So let's say I did my assignment. I'm going to go ahead and notice how I have an option to turn it in. The first assignment, I just had to click the link and look at it. This assignment, I have to physically turn something in. So again, if your teacher is having you do all writing your assignments in Google Docs, but still turning in your assignments into Jupyter, you need to make sure that your Google Drive is linked with your Jupyter. And you'll know too, so if you click here to turn in the assignment, Google Drive, notice how mine took me already to my Google Drive. If you haven't connected it already, don't worry about it. Still click Google Drive and then it'll ask you to which Google account you want to use. Make sure you click the correct Google account you want to go ahead and have those folders, and then there'll be an option that says allow, and just allow Jupyter to have access to your Google Drive. So that way you can go ahead and do that. All right. So now that I am there, I can go ahead and go to the appropriate folders. And again, you should have already watched the organizing my folders and assignments video. So that way I know exactly where I need to go. And I can go ahead, click that assignment because that's the assignment I want to turn in, select, and notice that it's there. Notice that it's there for my teacher to grade, and notice that the done button is already there for me. If you don't click that done button, it doesn't let your teacher know that you turned something in. So please make sure that when you're turning it in, that done button, that done checkbox is checked. All right. So I'm going to go back to grades. And again, that's really it as far as doing the assignments in Jupyter. You're clicking open the assignment, you're reading the directions, and dependent on if it's asking you to either watch this video as an assignment or if it's asking you to take this document and work on it and turn stuff in, okay? That's how you're going to be turning in assignments, all right? The last thing I want to talk about is finding resources within Jupyter. Some teachers might have a Google Classroom and have stuff there, but some teachers don't. And again, because we're using Jupyter to turn stuff in and do assignments. Even though we're using Google Docs or Google Sheets or Google Slides to create the work, you're still turning everything in. You're still accessing those assignments. You're getting the assignments and turning in the assignments via Jupyter, okay? So please please, 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 unless your teacher has explicitly said you're using Google Classroom, this video is dedicated for using Jupyter to turn stuff in, okay? So let's say, we've gone over where to find assignments, we've gone over how to access the assignments, turn in the assignments. Let's say your teacher posts, it's not necessarily an assignment, but it's something for you to have. So like resources or things like that. So if I want to go ahead and look at resources my teacher has given me access to, let's say, for example, they gave you like office hours. That's not really an assignment. It's more of like, here is access to my office hours, or here is access to your counselor's emails, or here is access to something else. Maybe it's like, maybe it has nothing to do with like classwork. Maybe it's like, here's access to the voting for homecoming or whatever, okay? So what you want to do is you want to go right here in the left where it says materials, and you're going to go ahead and click materials. You want to make sure you click the materials for the appropriate class. Again, I'm demonstrating for NGSS biology, so I'm going to click NGSS biology. And notice how everything is here for me. This is all dependent to how your teacher organizes those files in materials, how they organize those resources for you. So for my students, I organize it based off of like what it is. So like all of this stuff right here is assignments and resources for IS4 and etc. and so forth. I also have my video tutorials and just regular videos in this resource section as well. I have other online resources, and this is when I was doing daily agendas. Again, if you are at the site that this video is representing for, right, the daily agendas will also be here too. So let's say for whatever reason you didn't open your messages, which you should be doing anyway, but let's say for instance you did open that message and you're like, darn, I need to remember where I can find that agenda so I know what my teacher is talking about. That is where you would find the daily agendas. You would go into materials and find the daily agendas section for the materials or for those resources. Okay? So I know the very beginning of this video, I talked about reading your messages. Let's talk about how you respond to teachers, okay? All right. So let's say I go to messages, Mrs. Perez is my teacher. I read the message, and let's say I need to respond. Then you just look here at message and respond. However, let's say you just need to make a new message. In general, you're going to go up here, click new message. You want to make sure you find your teacher. So for example, Mrs. Perez would be my teacher. And I want to start off with, hello, Mrs. Perez. And make sure in your message that you are very explicit and specific on what it is you need help with. If you just say, I need help with this, if you just say, I need help with the Punnett Square assignment, please make sure that you write down the whole thing, what the name of the assignment, because you might be doing 3 different Punnett Square assignments, and I need you to be specific on which Punnett Square assignment I need. So make sure when you are asking for help from your teachers that you are writing down specifically which assignment or which application, whatever resource. Make sure you're specific. So you could say, hello, Mrs. Perez, I need help with Punnett Square worksheet practice 2. See how I'm very specific on which assignment I need. So that way Ms. Perez can go ahead and go to that assignment and go back and forth with you, whatever that assignment needs required. And if you already have a specific question on that assignment, so let's say you did all the assignment, but there's like 3 questions you need help with. So again, be Be specific. I need help with Punnett square practice 2, questions 2, 5, and 7. Okay, see how specific I am? So again, Mrs. Perez or whoever my teacher is can go in and get to those questions and be able to help you. Okay? All right. I hope this video has been helpful to you for using Jupyter as a student. And thank you so much for watching this video, and you guys have a good one. I'll see you in the next one. Later.